All right, so looking at 10.4 today, applications, in other words, word problems. So we'll be solving these word problems using linear equations, the same things we use in 10.1, 10.2, and 10.3. But this time we'll take the word problem, set it up as an equation, and then solve it, like I said, in the same way we looked at 10.1, 10.2, and 10.3. So the first one here, the sum of a number and negative 11 is 15. Find the number. So when you're looking at something like this, there are keywords that's going to let you know what to do and how to set it up. So that's what we have right here. So sum is going to mean add. You add up your numbers. When it says a number, that will be a variable. You can call that variable whatever letter that you would like. 26 letters of the alphabet. And let's connect math, say specifically use X. You don't necessarily have to use X, but that's what your variable would be. And then is would be your equal sign. So if you look at what I have right here, that's the sum of a number and negative 11. So X plus negative 11 is, that's your equal sign, 15. So that's how you would set up that problem. Then to solve, you would add 11 to both sides because you have negative 11 on the left. Add 11 to both sides, and your solution is 26. All right, any problems with that one? All right. So when it comes to problem solving, we're going to have 5 steps. First thing is to read. Of course, you read as many times as you like, or as many times as it takes for you to get an understanding of what they're asking of you. Remember, no one knows how many times it took you to read and get that understanding that you need. Then you're going to assign variables to each unknown. And also note what we have right here. We're going to write that in terms of one variable. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. But if we have more than one unknown, what we don't want to do is write, let's say if we have 3 unknowns, we don't want to call one X, one Y, and then the other one Z. So the way that these problems are given to you, you'll be able to write them in terms of just one variable. Then we'll write an equation according to the words that we received in that word problem, and then finish it off. We want to check. We want to make sure that we actually answer the question that's given to us. All right. So let me erase some of this stuff. So this next one we're looking at is 40 less than 5 times a number is 52. 40 less than 5 times a number is 52. Less than the number, find the number. So 40 less than 5 times the number is 52. Less than the number, find the number. All right. So once again, we're going to look at keywords. That's going to help us set this up. First keywords or key phrase that we see is less than. That means subtract. So 40 less than 5 times a number. 5 times a number means 5x. Remember, a number is going to be our variable for us. Then we have 52 less than the number. All right. So if we look at the setup, let me erase this. 5x minus 40 is equal to x minus 52. So on this left side, 5x minus 40, that is 40 less than 5 times the number. So you have to minus 40 from that 5 times the number. And then we have 52 less than the number. So you see how we have x minus 52. So make sure we're okay with that before we move forward. All right, so from there, we'll go ahead and solve. Remember, whenever we have variables on both sides of the equation, your goal should be to get x on one side and the other terms without x to the other. So we're going to subtract x from both sides. That'll leave us with 4x minus 40 equal to negative 52. Add 40 to both sides. That'll give us 4x equal to negative 12. And divide both sides by 4. And x is equal to negative 3. All right. Questions? Any questions? All right, so the next thing we want to explore is what does it mean to be a consecutive integer? So consecutive integer just means that's integer number, no decimal, no fractions. We're talking about integers, no decimal, no fractions. And we're talking about back to back. So 1, 2 consecutive integers, 3, 3, 4 consecutive integers, 100, 101, negative 50, negative 51. Those are consecutive integers that go back to back. Like I said, no decimal, no fractions. Now, if you're talking about consecutive even integers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, negative 2, negative 4, negative 10, negative 12. So you're talking about even numbers that are back to back. Once again, we're talking about integers, so no decimals, no fractions. And then consecutive odd integers. Same type of thought process. So you're talking about 1, 3, 5, 7, or negative 51, negative 53, just odd numbers that are back to back. Once again, these are integers, so no decimals, no fractions. All right. Questions. All right. So let's say if we don't know anything about the problems that we're dealing with, other than the fact that they're consecutive integers or consecutive even integers, this is how we would set them up. So the first column, if we're looking at numbers that are consecutive integers, you start off with x. That'll be your first number. Then you just add one, x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3, x plus 4, and so on, for however many integers that you need. And you'll see how this fit when you actually look at a problem in the next part of the slide, the next portion of the slide. So you go back here, there's only one in between. You just keep adding one. Consecutive even, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you keep adding 2. And then consecutive odd, where a lot of people make a mistake with that one is that they want to do something odd, but really it's still just 2 in between each number. When you look at between 1 and 3, you add a 2 to 1. To get to 5 from 3, you add 2 to that. So it's still adding 2. So when you're talking about consecutive even and consecutive odd numbers, you let your first value be x, and then you just keep adding 2 however many times you need your integers. All right, any questions? Scroll up. Everybody okay? Okay. Yeah. So let's look at this next one. All right. So we have 10 times the smallest of 3 consecutive integers. Is 22 more than 3 times the sum of the integers? Find the integers. So I'll give you a chance to write that down. All right. So let me put this all my notes back on it. Okay. So when we look at what we have here, 10 times the smallest of 3 consecutive integers. So we have 3 consecutive integers that we have to give an account for. So remember consecutive integers, this is how we're going to set up our numbers. If I can erase, I just won't let me erase. There we go. All right, so here are my first, second, and third integers and how I will represent them. You call the first one x. So you call the first one x, the next one will be x plus 1, and then the next one will be x plus 2. All right. Any questions on that? So going back to the problem, we have our 3 unknowns set up, and then it says 3 consecutive integers. It says 10 times the smallest of 3 consecutive integers is 22 more than 3 times the sum of the consecutive integers. So this is how we can set that up. We take each one of, on the right side, let's start with the left side. So it's 10 times the smallest. So the smallest is x. So that's how we got that, 10 times the smallest. Is 22 more than, that's 22 plus 3 times the sum of the integers. So there's 3 times x, x plus 1, and x plus 2, adding up all 3 of the integers together. All right. So before we go any further, questions on what I did there and how I set it up? All right. So now we can go ahead and add or simplify these terms that are in the parentheses. X plus x plus x is 3x. And then 1 plus 2 is 3. So inside of the parentheses, we have 3x plus 3. All right, now we can distribute the 3. That'll give us 10x equal to 22 plus 9x plus 9. So 22 plus 9 is 31. So that gives us 10x equal to 31 plus 9x. Subtract 9 from both sides, 9x from both sides, and that'll give me 31. Then from there, don't forget, this isn't our answer. X equal to 31 is not the answer. They wanted us to find the integers. So you take x equal to 31, and then 31 plus 1, and 31 plus 2. And so that's how I got my answers right here. All right, questions on that one? All right, scroll up. All right, so next one, a carpenter cut a 6-foot board in 2 pieces. One piece must be 3 times as long as the other. Find the length of each piece. So when we look at this one, we have a board that's 6 foot. So we have a board that's 6 foot long, and one piece is 3 times the other. So look at my little diagram right here. Oh, hit the wrong button. There we go. So diagram right here. So we have our board. Like I said, is 2 pieces. We can call one X and call the other one 3X. So like I said, one is 3 times the other piece. And both pieces together will give us 6 feet. All right. So the equation that can be created from that diagram is this right here. X plus 3X is equal to 6. Because once again, one piece is X, the other one's 3 times that, so that'll be 3X. X plus 3X equal to the whole board of 6 feet. All right, so add our like terms together. X plus 3X is 4X. One second. All right, so now we have 4X equal to 6. Divide both sides by 4. And we have X equal to 1.5. So we go back to our relationship. The short piece is x, so that's 1.5. And then 3 times 1.5 is a longer piece, so that's 4.5. And remember, they both should add up to give us 6 as well. So 1.5 plus the 4.5 gives us 6. All right. Any questions? Any questions? Kind of ran that together. All right, and this next one, let's see. Is there? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So in a recent Olympics, the U.S. won the greatest number of overall medals, followed by China. The U.S. won 16 more medals than China, and together they brought home a total of 192 medals. How many did each country win? All right, so you see I have right here how we would set up China and U.S. relationship as far as the medals are concerned. So the U.S. won 16 more medals than China did. So if you call China X, then the U.S. would be represented by X plus 16. Together, they brought home 120 medals. So in other words, if I add the U.S. medals and add China's medals, that would be equal to 192. All right. So that's our setup. Once you have your setup, you can go ahead and solve it the way you would any other equation. Add your like terms together, and that gives you 2x plus 16 equal to 192. From there, subtract 16, and that'll leave us with 2x equal to 176. And finish it off by dividing by 2, and x is equal to 88. All right. And once again, you always want to check to make sure your answer actually answers the question. So here, remember it says find each. So x is equal to 88, and then 16 plus 88 is 104. All right. Questions? Any questions? All right. Any questions? Everybody all right? This is this. The next section for us is 10.8. Get linear inequalities. Okay. So we can pause right here. We won't necessarily have to push it. So we can do 10.8 next class. This 10.4. So the last section in chapter 10 is 10.8. So, we'll talk about how we're going to move forward after we close out 10.8. But any questions on anything I've said today so far? Everybody good? So make sure you try the stuff out, see if you get stuck, see if you have any issues. Always feel free to email me about it, and then or bring it to class, next class, and then we can knock them out, talk about them. Let's see somebody in the chat. Yeah, there's something going on Wednesday. What's going on Wednesday? Right. Something happening? I don't know about. Somebody said, are we having class Wednesday?
I'm not sure what's going on, but one of my classes said that we don't have class. I don't know. So I don't know if it's like a university thing or just like a teacher thing.
Gotcha. Well, y'all can hold on a second or two. I can check it out, see if anything going on. Wait for this thing loading up right now. Because I know how to get it. Oh yeah, don't forget, everything you want to be included on your 5-week grades, you gotta get those in today by the end of tonight. Let's see. Academic calendar. Read today, we're not having spring break. Oh, let's see. I think I just found it. So Wednesday, the 3rd is a reading day. Okay, so good catch. Yep, so no class Wednesday. All right, so we'll come back on Friday unless I find out Friday. Let's see if we're recording grade reports. I'll do Friday. Reports due Monday. No, that's not y'all. So if I hear anything about Friday, I'll let y'all know. But yep, no class Wednesday. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. All right, anything else? Anybody else before we close? Y'all heard anything about next Wednesday? Hey, look, I can keep rolling with it now. So if not, I'll see you guys on Friday. Outside of that, you have a great day and take care.